If you stop drinking water for 3 days, here's what will happen to your body. We all know that drinking water is very important because our body needs it to survive. But what happens if we don't drink any water for 3 days? Let's find out. The first day. On the first day of no water, your body will show some signs of dehydration. You may feel thirsty, but this is not the time to worry. Experts say that mild dehydration can be tolerated for about 2 days. However, you should pay attention to how your body reacts. In case you experience severe symptoms like headache, nausea, or vomiting, weakness, dizziness, dry mouth, sunken eyes, decreased urination, and fatigue, then you must stop the experiment immediately. The mild symptoms are normal and should go away in a few hours. But why do these symptoms appear? The reason is that when you stop drinking water, the amount of water in your body decreases. As a result, the blood volume also reduces and its flow becomes slower. This affects oxygen supply to the brain and the rest of the body. That's why you may experience a headache, weakness, and dizziness. Also, less water in the body means that it's harder for nutrients to dissolve in it, and this makes you feel sick. Less water also leads to constipation because water helps soften the stool and make it easier to pass through the digestive tract. What will happen next? Let's see. If you still continue without drinking water, your body will try to compensate for the lack of it. For this, it will start to retain water. You will notice that your urination will become less frequent and the volume of urine will decrease. This is actually a good thing because the body is trying to save water, but what if you don't urinate at all? If you don't pee after 8 hours, then you need to break your fast. If not, it could lead to kidney problems. But generally, your body will try to make up for the loss of water by taking it from the food you eat. Most vegetables and fruits have a high water content. For example, watermelon is 96% water, cucumbers are 95% water, and spinach has 93% water. So if you eat plenty of fruits and vegetables every day, you will be fine. But eating them without water will reduce their hydrating effect. On the second day, if you haven't peed for 2 days, then you have a serious problem and must seek medical help. On the second day of no water, other unpleasant things will start happening to your body. You will feel weaker and more tired because water is essential for energy production. Also, you will have bad breath, dry skin and eyes, and dark circles under your eyes. This is because when your body is dehydrated, it loses its ability to produce saliva, oil, and mucus. And this affects the condition of your skin, eyes, and mouth. Your body temperature will increase and you will sweat less. It will happen because when you are dehydrated, your body tries to cool itself down by any means necessary. That's why people who live in hot climates and don't drink enough water often suffer from heat stroke, and this affects the condition of your skin, eyes, and mouth. But there is one way to prevent it. If you are in a hot climate and don't drink water, then move to a cooler place. But what if you want to lose weight? Some people think that if they don't drink water, they will lose a lot of weight because water has calories. Well, it's true that 1 liter of water has 4 kilocalories, but do you know how much water our body contains? About 60% of an average person's body weight is water. So if we weigh 70 kilograms, that means that our body contains about 42 liters of water. To lose 1 kilogram of fat, we need to burn about 7,000 kilocalories. So even if we don't drink water for a month, we will only lose 100 grams of fat. And during this time, our muscles will lose mass. In addition, our metabolism will slow down, which will lead to even greater weight loss. And when we resume drinking water, the weight will return. So the only way to lose weight is to follow a balanced diet and exercise regularly. On the third day, after 3 days without water, your body will be severely dehydrated. You will feel extremely thirsty, weak, and dizzy. Your skin will be dry and wrinkled, and your eyes will be sunken. You will experience constant fatigue and nausea, and your heartbeat will be very fast. Actually, such a state of dehydration is already dangerous for life. After 3 days of no water, your body will start shutting down one system after another. First of all, it will affect your digestive system. You will have a loss of appetite, constipation, and abdominal pain. Then it will affect your kidneys. They will be unable to remove toxins from your blood, which will lead to kidney failure. Next, your nervous system will be affected. You will have difficulty concentrating, memory loss, and confusion. And if the dehydration continues, it will lead to a coma. But what if you are already in a coma? If you don't drink water for 3 days, your body will continue to shut down systems until death. Death from dehydration occurs when your body cannot cool itself properly. That's why the core body temperature will rise, and it will reach about 40 degrees. Such a temperature damages internal organs, especially the brain. But why does the brain suffer the most? The thing is that the brain is 75% water. When it's dehydrated, it swells up and puts pressure on the blood vessels inside the skull. This prevents blood from reaching the brain, which causes it to die within just 3 days. That's how long your brain can function without water. But if you restore water balance in time, you can avoid death. However, if you spend 3 days without water, doctors can only help you partially. They will give you intravenous fluids to prevent further dehydration and lower body temperature. But if you have already lost consciousness, there is nothing doctors can do. But what if you drink a lot of water after 3 days? If you don't drink anything for 3 days, then you will feel extremely thirsty. And when you finally drink water, you won't be able to drink a lot because your body won't be able to cope with such a load. Indeed, if you drink a lot of water in a short amount of time, it can lower the salt concentration in the blood. This condition is called hyponatremia. Hyponatremia can cause swelling in the brain. At first, you may experience headache, nausea, and vomiting. Then you will lose consciousness and fall into a coma. But what if you drink water gradually? It's best to drink about 1 liter of water in small sips over 2 to 3 hours. This will allow your body to gradually get used to the water and avoid hyponatremia. But if you have lost consciousness, then no amount of water will help. So remember, never experiment with your health and always drink enough water during the day. But what about coffee and tea? Do they count as water? Of course they do. The liquid contained in tea and coffee counts towards the total amount of fluid we consume daily. But it is not recommended to drink more than 3 cups of coffee or 5 cups of tea per day. Alcohol and other drinks do not count. In fact, alcohol has a diuretic effect, meaning that after drinking it, you will lose more water than you consume. Thank you for watching. Our next video will be about what happens to your body when you do not eat. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to not miss that one. Until next time, stay hydrated.